G'day guys, welcome to Tuesday night in the man cave. Hope everybody's had a decent week. Hope everybody had a decent week. Now what we've got going on in this video is, you remember Ken, the Simpson Desert Ramble ride I did? Ken, me mate, from up at Wangaratta. Well, he pops in, he hasn't been around for ages, but he's popped in just the other day, him and Karen, his wife, in their big rig. So there's a bit of footage of that. We check out what Nay's up to in the woodshed. All I can say is it's very Christmassy. We do a bit more work on that, the wood stove. Not the wood stove, I always say wood stove. On the wood heater. Done a little thing on the bottom. I'm getting pretty tricky, I reckon. Me and Alastair jump on, or he jumps on his KTM 1090. I jump on Max the DR650 and we go for a bit of a ride on my side of town through some of the tracks that I've been on, but then we get into some new tracks that I haven't been on. And we take Sparky the Drone out with me. Now we've also, I think that's about it, but I've got something new for the man cave. Might be, I don't know, blasphemy, blasphemy, sacrilegious. I don't know what those. A torque wrench. Everybody bloody craps on about having a torque wrench. Never had a torque wrench. I've gone and bought one. So what I'm going to do at some stage is I'll bring Max, the DR650, we'll bring him in here and we'll use the torque wrench on his axle bolts. I've got the Newton meters, torque, whatever the hell. We'll work it out. We'll open her up, work it out, test it, see how it works. And then I'll talk about some other bloody crap near the end. All right, guys, let's go and see Ken. Righto, so you guys have been bloody wondering where the hell Ken has been. Here is the man. Say hi, Ken.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I've been in hiding for a while.
He's a busy man.
Yeah.
Bloody doing a business and bloody, what's that, the cable stuff?
Oh, we do cable joining for NBN.
NBN, that's it.
Australia, yeah.
But he's also gallivanting the countryside in this big ass thing. Man, this is crazy. So tell the guys what this is.
Well, basically it's Iveco Daily 4x4 and has a really good, it's basically a 5-ton truck. So we can put a big camper on the back and we don't have to worry about weight-wise, especially when you're going over four-wheel drive tracks and everything. You don't break anything with this, which is good.
Yeah.
So it does it really easy.
Bloody crazy. It's a behemoth. Go on, stand right next to it, Ken, because it's like, it's just crazy how big that is. I don't know whether you can see that on the camera, but yeah.
I'm sort of used to it.
It's like nuts. It's a rig and a half. So you've got the tent and bloody fridges and it all opens up and rises around.
They call it a tailgater. Basically this just hinges from the bottom, drops down.
Yeah.
That ladder flips out, and then the top bit goes up on a 45 degree.
Yeah.
And then there's a tent section that goes over the whole lot. So it's just room enough.
Cool as. Here's the women chatting away.
Talking shit.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what Ken has been up to.
Yeah, been pretty busy. So we'll need to get back on the DR.
Yeah, that's it.
DR's been sitting in the garage for a while now. So, but yeah.
Cool, there you go. Rightio guys, now I know it's a little bit early in the year for this type of caper, but we're getting close and elves have to be working all year to get stuff done. Nay's a little elf. Let's go and check out what she's doing in the woodshed. Rightio, so let's go and see what Nay's up to in her woodshed. Hello, 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 what's going on in here?
Hello, hello, hello.
Got a weapon?
I have got a weapon. We're sanding holes.
Ah, cool. So this is the Christmas stuff. So have you got anything partly made of this stuff?
I have. I've got a few out here. And then there's the different colour one inside. Watch the one on the ground, don't stand on it.
Oh yeah, and this is that glitter, the glitter paint that we're getting
by
from
Satan.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, cool.
Then they'll have little baubles.
Which I think you've got one inside, haven't you?
There
Your
is.
test one.
The one inside has red writing, but
Oh,
yes,
right.
it's inside on the kitchen
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, that actually, I don't mind that silver. That looks pretty
I
cool.
like the silver, something different.
Yeah. Righto, I shall bring you inside and have a look at the finished products. Actually, before we do that, look at Pooks, he's been shorn. Oh, you look like a sad dog. You're not sad though, are you?
Stubby's sister.
Yeah. Rightio guys, so has Christmas exploded in the house? So she's got all these Christmas trees. So it's basically wood triangle. And then she has the wire and then hangs all the baubles. They look, I reckon they look awesome. And then that's the finished product of that one there. So with the Merry Christmas and the little bell. So ho ho ho. And then this is only a new edition. These ones here, so there's a whole heap of those ones. So they're 3 pieces, so that's one set. The old ho ho ho. She had them last year and they sold really well, so she's done up a whole heap this time. Back to the man cave. Rightio, so I've got Max in the bloody man cave. Let's open up this torque wrench thing and get into it. Rightio guys, so this is what we've got. It's the Tool Pro. I got it from Super Cheap Auto, paid $98 for it. So it's a 3/8 drive torque wrench. The torque range it'll do is from 20 to 110 Newton meters, or if you're doing it in foot-pounds, 15 to 80, and then it goes blah 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 blah. There's 3 of these different ones that you can get. This is the instructions, which I shouldn't need. And then we have a certificate of calibration. And look at that! Tested by Willie. Brilliant. Alright, let's have a look at how this works. Rightio guys, so this is just like any normal ratchet Duvalaki thing. Operates exactly the same, except here, now if I go around here, on this side here is the measurement. So this is for the Newton meters. So hopefully I can get you in on that so you can see it properly. So you can see all those measurements there. And then on the other side is the foot-pounds. So all you got to do is turn, it's got a neat little locking thing, so you pull that down, and now we can just keep spinning this up until we get it to whatever measurement that we want. So say it's there, and then we lock that in, and then hey presto, away we go. So what I'm going to do, I've got a bit of a problem. On the DR650, I've got a, I should know it off by heart, it's 24 millimeter socket for the rear axle. And for the front one, again, I should know this off by heart, 17 millimeter socket for the front axle. Now, with this one, it's not a problem because this thing here fits on there. But with the rear one, I use like a breaker bar type bloody Duvalaki, and it has the really big one. So that doesn't fit in there, and I don't have something that goes from that to the bigger one. I have it the reverse, but not that way. So I'm going to either have to get a 24 millimeter socket that'll fit on there, or get the you know what I'm talking about? Cool, let's get down and do this front wheel. Actually guys, before we do that, we'll have a look at this manual. Put the short lookers on. So for the front axle, it states here that it's 65 Newton meters. You can see that. Newton meters of force needed to get that tightened to the right thing. On the rear is 110 Newton meters. So I know that this will do up to 110, so that covers the rear, and down to 20, and we need 65 for the front. So this covers the front and the back. But on the front, and those 4 little the 4 little nuts, it states on here that they're 10 Newton meters, which this wouldn't do. Which means I would have to get that small one to be able to do that, and that small one doesn't do the 110. So you have to buy this one here for $98, which is what I've done, and then you'd have to buy that one there, another $98 to be able to fully do. And this is where having one of these, and why I never really worried about it. I mean, look, I've got all the motorbikes here that I've had for years. I've been wrenching on them, just doing them up. Now, I know there's going to be people out there going, ah, you shouldn't be saying that, Mark, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm all about the average bloke, the white-collar worker, you know, people that don't have bazillions of bloody dollars. And if you've got bazillions of dollars, you know what? Normally, those people take the bike to the service and go, here, mate, here's $500, service me, mate, you know, me Triumph bloody Tiger, me KTM 1090. I'm throwing shit out here now. Do you know what I mean? So I believe, you know, if you do things, you know, don't do things crazy. You know, you don't bloody stand on your thing, try and pound down with your feet and your whole body weight, you know, trying to tighten this up. You know, do it respectably. And you won't have a problem. I've never had a problem with any of these. I know the bearings on the rear went on max. That's 20,000 kilometers, and that's 20,000 kilometers of adventure miles. Max is not a commuter bike. He doesn't, I never ride him just to commute around. He's always off-road, or he's doing 100, 110 Ks down the bloody highway to then get onto the off-road stuff. You know, oh, this bloody on that Simpson Desert one, you know, feeling like this bike is just shaking and it's going to fall apart. I mean, that back wheel has been pounded, and I would expect that, you know, that was going to be the case with that. I don't think that's because, you know, of over or under specifically. I'm bullshitting on now, guys. That's it. You know what I'm on about. Let's get down to this wheel. Rightio, guys. So what I've done is I've just loosened these four nuts here, which are, these are the nuts I was talking about that are supposed to be 10 Newton meters tight. So I've turned this around. It's all now locked in. I think it's locked in. No, that's unlocked. That's locked. I'm not too sure why they have those numbers around that way. I said I didn't need those instructions. Maybe I should look at it. Anyway, I reckon I've got it to where it says 65, or in between 60 and 70. So now, by rights, I should be able to put that on there. We'll see what happens. So that click, I believe, is telling me that that is either at or past the 65 Newton meters. So now what we're going to do is actually undo that. Alright, so now we've undone it. Let's put it back, and now let's see how far. There you go. So, I don't know, I reckon I was pretty bloody close. So, cool bananas, there you go. That's the old torque wrench. It is now in the man cave. You don't need, if you don't have $98 to spend on a torque wrench, don't worry about it. You can still work on your bike without one of these. Alright, let's get into that wood, the wood heater. Rightio, guys, so we're going a little bit more on this wood heater. It's not a stove. Sometimes I call it a stove, sometimes I call it a wood heater. Just don't listen to me, I'm a bloody idiot. So what I've done is I've cut a little hole out of here. Here's some footage that you can see, me cutting that open. So I've just cleaned all this up, grinded all that over, and now out of some leftover bits and pieces that when I pulled this apart, this was part of it. Cut out what I want, and it already had a bend in it, so I've utilised that. So what's going to happen now because that's going to go on there. And my idea is that I want that to slide, so I can open that up. If you can see that, I'll bring you closer. There you go, you might be able to see that better now. So yeah, that now slides open and then slides closed. So you open it up, all the ash comes falling out. Obviously this is upside down. And then you slide it closed. So yeah, this whole thing's upside down. Now, to make this work, what I'm going to do is have some of these pieces, weld them on an angle like that, and on the sides there as well, and hopefully that'll be enough to hold that in there nice and snug and still let it bloody slide. So that's what I'm going with. All right. Rightio guys, so I've cut me little pieces, gonna whack it on there, got me welder ready to go. I actually went and bought some of this splatter stuff. I'm gonna spray that on there. So the idea of that is when the metal splatters down there, it doesn't stick there, I'll be able to just wipe it off and not worry about keep on grinding the shit. Alright, so have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. Oh, and I didn't weld it on. Bloody beautiful. Main thing I thought I would do is weld it, but that I reckon should work. So all I'm going to do, I'll put another piece across there so that that'll just slot straight right up against it. Do a bit more welding on here, but that's about it. Cool, and this bloody spray splatter, I don't know whether it made that feel better, but the other thing is that all the stuff just wipes off. Look at that. Brilliant. All right, I'll come back to you. Oh, just so you guys know, using the galvanized steel bits that I've used, you're talking about the smoke coming up and really, really bad stuff. So I've taken your thing and I've got the fan running. I don't have a mask at this stage. It's something that I will bloody do. Obviously, I'm not doing this day in, day out. But yes, I will do that. Cool, all right, come back to you. Rightio guys, I've changed my mind. I'm just going to leave that. So there's that weld there. I mean, that's all it's holding is basically that. So, and I was talking about putting one on the back there. I think I'm just over-engineering it. I just think it's stupid now. And that's that side there. Getting good on those little runs there. But yeah, so that's it. Open her up. Open her up, close her up. Rightio, Nay's calling for tea, so I'm going to call that quits. So I've still got to put legs on it, I've got to put a handle on it, I've got to put that rope around the thing, I've still got to cut a hole in the top and put a flue, and I've got a hole down there that I've got to fill up as well. Cool, back to the man cave.
What are you doing, Perks? You sleeping? Hello? You were snoring.
Crazy. Alright, let's get out on the bikes and go for a bit of a ride around. Rightio guys, so me and Alastair are out for a quick little bloody ride. Now that he's living on my side of town, we
thought we'd explore a few of the tracks around here. Well, he did. So I said, yeah, no worries, I'll bloody come along. So this track that we're on at the moment is, I don't know if you remember, I did that the video with the tunnel, the train tunnel. So this is the track that leads pretty much from my joint to out that way. So we're just going to have a bit of fun, whoa! Out and about. So this track just follows this train line that you can see there. We've brought Sparky along, so we'll get him out at some stage. Alright, we'll see you a bit further on, guys. Looks like we're coming up to one of our first little mud pits. Oh, that's alright, that's an easy one. That's the hard one. Rightio guys, let's see how we get through going through this. Bit of a mudgy sludgy. Oh. There you go guys, how's that? Even got a bit of bloody drone footage from Sparky. Gotta love the old Sparkster. So we're just continuing along following the railway line over there. And this is going to take us all the way to that the big tunnel, and then that up on the hill where the big power lines go through. After that, I'm not too sure where we're going, but that's the plan for the minute. Oh wait, I'll keep you guys hanging on there for a minute. Whenever you go down like this, there's always something crazy at the bottom. And of course, today I'm going to be a liar and there's nothing crazy here at all. So what do we got? Temperature is 19.9 degrees Celsius. That's perfect riding weather. I think, was it 10:50, but we've got daylight saving, so I haven't changed my clock there. So 11, so nearly 12 o'clock. Oh, where are we going? No, I think that's the wrong way, Alastair. Beep. He's going the wrong way. Is he still going? No, he's pulled up, right, cool. I was going to say, he's have to power on. Going the wrong way, mate. Hey? You're going the wrong way.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. Oh. You're going to head back out to the highway.
Oh, we don't want to
Whoop. Come on, get around there, Max. Oh. Yeah, I think I was a bit confused because the track is actually underwater. Through here, I think, is where we've got to go. Oh, I love it when they do little alternate tracks to get around those big, because those big puddle ones, oh, there was a tree over it as well. Jesus. You just don't, the ruts, so you just don't know where you are, and if you only move off, you know, I don't know, 4 inches or 3 inches, you'll hit the side and then it just tips you over, which has happened to me plenty of times. Alright, we'll let Alastair get in front. Just so you guys have got something to look at. So there you go, I didn't bloody lie, there was something crazy. Oh, missed a gear. There was something crazy at the bottom. Come on, you! Now I don't know, I'm going to talk about something here. When you're riding along, if you're in front, you'll ride in your groove, the way that you feel. You'll just automatically do it. When you're following somebody, you inevitably are riding in their groove, which is not your groove, because you're a different person on a different bike or a different setup, and you won't be as good in your riding. So if you ever do a lot of following of somebody and you're always feeling like it's just you're not getting your groove, you know, when we're this close, obviously, you know, if you have quite a bit of a distance, you're sweet. But yeah, that'll be the reason, because you're riding in their groove, not your groove. Either go back, get yourself a fair bit of distance, so then you'll be riding in your groove, or you jump in front. There's a tip. Oh, love it. Bloody hell, a bit dusty. Alright, we're actually getting close to where that tunnel is. Actually, I was going to say I'm making sure I'm in the back, because I've got goggles on, so with the dust it's not a problem, whereas Alastair's got sunglasses. But the other thing is, you guys get to see Alastair on the big KTM 1090. I tell you what, he handles that bike so well, just really, really well. He just, yeah. Do you want to go down to that tunnel to have a look at it, or do you want to just get up to the top of that hill? Does it interest you?
I reckon we'll go to the top of the hill.
All right, cool. So just keep following this.
Right.
Yep. You might be able to see it, guys, just down there. That's that tunnel down there. Oh, look, there's a fox. Oh, this camera's no way gonna bloody get that. Let me see if I can be quick enough. No, he's gonna take off. You don't see that very often, foxes. They're so cunning. All right, better catch up to Alastair. Rightio, up this bloody big hill. Well, not a big hill, it's just a bit of a steep hill. Hopefully Sparky's coming along there. Not a bad view. Rightio guys, so we've made it to the top with this this big bloody tower thing. Oh, stretch the back. So this is as far as I've been on this track. So we've got a track up over here, and we reckon we're going to give it a shot, see what we can find. Hopefully we don't get ourselves into shit. So we're going to follow that one across there, and we can see that it goes, and I think it's going to take us way up there somewhere. I can't see it in the screen, guys, but I'm pretty sure we could see a track up there somewhere. So that's our plan. Let's get going. Rightio, let's get down off here. And this sketchy bit of a bloody cliff. We'll call it a cliff. Oop, back wheel skidding. Beautifully, look at that. That was just perfectly controlled descent. Controlled around. All right. Here we go. See what we can get ourselves into. So basically, we're now on Big Hill. Well, now we're coming down Big Hill, obviously, which is what I always class as the gateway to Bendigo. I think I've said it before, whenever we've been to Melbourne or somewhere and we're coming back Oh, geez, we just stalled. What are you doing? Max, what are you stalling for? He's going, open me up, man. Yeah, when we come back, we always give the car, whichever car it is, Brutus or bloody Birdie, give him a pat. Say, good job, you got us home. Because basically after Big Hill, it's just a roll into Bendigo. I'm feeling like I'm off camphor for some reason. Alright, get a bit closer to Alastair. I know when you're in this bloody the camera, you can be right up someone's ass, but it still feels, oh Jesus, sand, hello. Seems like they're so far away. It's not a bad bloody track for like a bit of technical crap, bit of a challenge, not overly challenging. Whoa, okay. I'd say that way. We better check it out. Jesus Christ. Even I don't want to do that. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Coming up it. Give it a crack. Rightio guys, so we're going to go the chicken way. I don't mind going the chicken way. If it saves my life. Rightio guys, so we made it up the top. Oh, I don't know whether I had my helmet camera on all the way, I was talking shit, blowing smoke up his ass because he looks so smooth on that bike. It was so rocky coming up, yeah, and very loose in sections. But yeah, so we made it up to the top. Geez, that's a bloody decent view. So this must be just another antenna, but oh.
I reckon we're higher than we were before.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's way down over there. Zoom into it. For the guys, we're over there. So yeah, this must be a, I don't know, some type of communication for somebody. As per usual, see you further on. Rightio guys, so this is our coffee spot. We're gonna bloody stop and have a coffee. That's real, those,
great.
We, so my bloody camera, my one on the helmet, is run out of battery. I'm gonna have to buy new batteries. So we got to a point where it was just a cliff going down and both of us went, no way, it was just suicide. Yeah. So we've doubled back around and we thought, all right, we're gonna have to go back through all this shit, and I hope I've got some of that footage on the camera that'll lasted long enough to get it. But then we found a track off and it's been quite really good. Yeah. And these are all tracks that this is on my side of town, and that's the thing around here, there's just so many tracks that you'll never bloody do them all. So yeah, so we're actually on the other side now of the train line that I think we're on the other side of that train line going up. And now we're on... I have no idea, I'm lost. Yeah. So we got close to the res. Anyway, shut up, let's get the bloody cuppa on. Rightio, so I forgot that I wasn't carrying my pot to boil up the water, but it's all right. That's why you have metal cups, so you can boil it in there. So we'll have to do one each. But now what I'm going to show you guys is this little, this bag here that I've got on the back is the tank bag off Harry the Cruiser. I'll tell you what, couple of gotcha straps there, and the actual strap that normally goes around the triple tree on the Cruiser, I've got it wrapped around all the way around and snugs it on there. It's just, and now I'm just doing this and it's like a little bloody table, it holds everything in. I'm easily amused, aren't I?
I'm impressed.
Yeah. So yeah, cool. All right, get up Alastair, let's talk about your bike. You got something to talk about your bike, haven't you?
Well, like I was saying, I'm continually impressed and surprised by it.
That's it. I was saying I'm bloody...
That rocky stuff before, I mean, I was shitting bricks, but it made it, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
From behind, you look as smooth as. Like, I'm looking at you going, man, he's doing this easy, and I'm a bit fucking worried.
Yeah, no, I was crapping myself.
Yeah. But yeah, it is.
These tyres, they're TKC 80s. I don't know if I'm happy with them. They slide around a bit.
Ah, right.
So
they're not the originals?
They're the originals.
Oh, right, yep.
This is the Motors Tractionator.
Yep.
That's done about over 2,000k now. I'm really happy with these.
Yep.
So I'm going to get the front Motors Tractionator as well.
Oh, right, yeah, cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm surprised every time.
Yeah.
We weren't planning on getting into that shit.
No, we weren't.
It's always the way.
And I've found a cheap solution. I'll show you this, Mark.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this is awesome.
My dirt bike boots were ripping the hell out of the paint. I have got KTM orange on my other boots. These is a cheap solution. It's just from Bunnings. It's just Velcro, and it sticks really well. It's Velcro with a sticky back to it.
Yeah.
And I've just put them on, and it's slippery and smooth.
Yeah, and it's not because you had something else on there, didn't you?
I've tried everything.
Yeah, because you had the clear contact stuff.
I had clear contact stuff. I had that fabric tape which just ripped apart.
Yeah.
Nothing worked. So far, this is holding up.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look shitty either.
No,
like
well, that's
staying, It's staying in good condition.
The last trip we did, the 2,000k.
Yep. Yeah, they were on there, weren't they?
And they haven't come off. So.
Yeah. There you go. Anybody got a KTM with bright orange paintwork and you don't want to screw it up, get yourself some of that. So did you tell them what it was?
It's
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from Bunnings.
Yep.
It's the rectangle pads of Velcro.
Of Velcro.
And it's
the soft Velcro.
It's the soft Velcro side.
Yep.
And the back is just sticky as.
Yeah. So not the dual lock or anything like that. Just it's So that's nice and beautiful. All right. I reckon we must be bloody getting close. Rightio, Alistair, where's your bloody cup there? Let's pour this in. Oh yeah, that's all right. That's filled it.
Not bad at all.
Cool. Rightio, guys, that's it. We're going to bloody cancel this here. We'll continue mucking around. Back to the bloody man cave. Rightio, guys. So now to talk some bullshit. Now I've got I've ordered 2 new batteries for my the helmet cam, and also the other one. I've been using them for bloody ages now, and they're just obviously running out of juice really quickly. So that's on the way, so that doesn't happen again. Now, Sparky, so that last video that I did where I took Sparky over to the proving grounds and started mucking around, I went today over there and I went, right, no cameras, I'm just going to come out here and I'm going to start playing around, filling with all bits and pieces. And one thing I realised, when I was saying I was trying to press the home button on the controller, I was pressing the pause button. I don't know, just like I said, I was confused and panicking. I thought I was going to lose the bloody thing, and I was kept on hitting that pause button, which pauses the drone. I could operate the gimbal, but that was it. So that was the major drama. Now the things that I've learnt using the map, brilliant. So when it's out, I can't see it or I don't know where it is. I can bring up and the map comes up and I've got the little arrow pointer and I can turn the drone around and I can see where I am, and it's just like simple, bloody crazy. Had a bit more play around with the active track. Now what I've worked out with the active track, and I'm going to do some tests, there will be a video coming out with me. I'll most probably jump on Harry the Cruiser, take him out to where it's some big dirt roads where there's no trees and stuff, and see how fast I can get going using that. Now you can, on the Spark, you can only do the active track when it's in just the normal mode. If you put it into sports mode, and sports mode's crazy, it's really, it just takes off, you can't use that. In any of those other modes you can't have it in, so that means it's limited to how fast it can go. Now, as I think I said in that video, it's not like I'm going to be having Sparky just following me while I'm bloody doing 100 k's down the road. I'm only going to use the drone for just little bits and pieces, like what you just saw when we were going through that mud pit and bits and pieces.
I crashed the drone. When we ended up going up, I didn't show. I was nearly going to leave the crash in there, but as we were going around, I'm learning, like with the drone, with that active track, it'll track you, but if you then turn, it's smart. It turns to follow you, and then it'll start going. So it'll cut the corner. It's always going to cut the corner, and of course, when you're cutting a corner, there's normally something bloody there, a tree. So I crashed again, but it's still fine. It's working brilliantly. So that's 2 crashes. And the little bugger is still working. Hardly a scratch on it. The gimbal's all sweet, all good. What else did I work? Oh, I worked out. Oh, I did some other bits and pieces. There's some things that modes which I thought might have been good, but you couldn't video on them. I don't know. So I've got still a little bit more, but I'm very excited about it. All right, so sorry, I had to look at my bloody list. So I'm going to have another video also. I've got to get Max, the DR650, that whole the wind buffeting bullshit. It's clearly the dash thing, that's going to be the thing, but I'm still going to do that, the bloody, the visual streaming bloody stuff, so we're going to be doing that anyway. Cool, alright, that's it. Man Cave Tuesday is done and dusted. Keep on riding. If you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.